Talk about longevity, talk about the scene, talk about vampirism, all that.
Right.
You also have experience in something that I've been known for the past couple of years. It's kind of hanging on your hip there.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to throw out there, just real quick, what are your views on the BDSM scene now as you see it, especially after, I'll just say certain books and movies have become very mainstream? Do you see a change in the S&M community?
To honestly tell you the truth, I am not that involved in the S&M community to realize.
Okay.
But that being said, I was formerly a vampire dom, you know, back in the day, which is why I do carry my clogger around still. It sort of, harkens back to something I've done in the past that I don't do that much anymore.
Okay.
But I might not be involved, but I see what it is, and I don't like what I see.
Okay.
I concur with that sort of, it has watered down the BDS, the fetish scene.
The fetish scene as a whole,
as a whole. I mean, and in general, the fact that, that there was an active, attempt from, the powers that be to get rid of, they got rid of dungeons, they got, became very, it's become so not cool to, granted, you have these movies like, say, you mentioned like 50 Shades of Grey, let's say.
Okay.
Ugh. If I was to, if someone found that as a really good point to go by, it's not something good to go by,
Okay.
And maybe the story of O, you could check that out. That might be more.
Story of O is always good.
Yeah, that's a good basis if you want to go find out about what BDSM is,
Oh yeah.
But that 50 Shades of Grey was such. I haven't even seen it, and I know it's hogwash.
So, since she popped back out, we are talking about, we have experience in this lifestyle and we're known in it. But I don't know that much about you as far as that goes.
The fetish scene?
Yes. I know you was being an animal, a beast. I don't know you was being a dom or a sub.
Well, I don't, in general, do that publicly because I switch.
Okay.
So it really depends on the person. If I'm, I'm pan.
Okay.
So depending whether, male, female, he, she, whatever they decide to
Label themselves
identify as,
Okay.
If I'm interested, depending on the energies, I'll switch.
Okay.
I can either be very dominant or I can be very submissive. And a lot of
Just be honest.
people know. People know. There again, the people of different energies, people that are very close to me, whether they know. So yeah, I can switch. So public displays, what I do in fetish parties at most is dance. And usually it's because there's a pole or something of that nature. And I just let loose on the pole, and that's about it in general. But I do, in fetish parties, have, my little subs here and there. But a lot of footwork, a lot of trampling, a lot of stomping.
Okay.
A lot of more aggressive, kind of stuff like that. I'm more than happy to smack you up, punch you in the face,
So you are, what you're talking about right now is definitely switch talk.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
yes,
you just
very
jumped
switch.
from-
Yes, very much switch because I love being dominated as well. I have this one individual that is so far my favorite because he has such a great understanding when it comes to asphyxiation and just the kind of control that comes behind that.
Okay.
And he has great control over it, and it's just so I can be very submissive when it comes to that kind of thing too.
All right, so since we only got like 2 minutes left on this part of it, because I could record for the next 4 hours. When I teach my people, it's almost like I teach classes, but I try to tell people, you're looking at different things when you talk about S&M.
Oh,
Most
absolutely.
people automatically relate it to sex.
No.
What is your views on? How are you, or what are you into as far as serving goes? Not just sexual. You understand what I'm saying?
See, but when you say not just sexual, so far I don't feel like it. Those things I've described are even sexual at all.
Well,
We're talking like foot
okay.
worship.
Yeah, 'cause that's
we're not-
kinda not
We're not
sexual.
talking about any kind of penetration.
Right,
Nothing like that. You know. So
Right.
so
I mean,
far
like,
we haven't even talked about anything like that.
Right.
So when it comes to S&M, it doesn't mean sex.
Yes.
And
I
that's
agree.
what a lot
I
of people
agree.
just don't understand.
Yes.
You know, I've brought in a lot of new people into S&M clubs,
Mm-hmm.
fetish parties, and things like that. And they're like, okay, they expect, they walk in and think it's like the movies, where right away there's somebody with a
Yeah.
hat going, oh,
It's like,
they're
yo,
crazy.
you don't understand when you
And-
think like that, you're thinking of a
and,
sex party.
Like,
Or
yeah,
swingers
like somebody's
party.
getting
That's not what
drilled
this
and
is. Yeah.
shit, and it's like that's so not what it's like. We still adhere to local laws.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot have in any club in New York public sex at all. So
Exactly.
it's only under very like specific and special circumstances.
Uh-huh.
If it's like a private loft, private party,
Yes.
there are ways to get around those things. But in general, if you're vanilla,
Mm-hmm.
mundane, you're checking it out for the first time, you're going to encounter a party where there is no sex, because that is not what S&M is fully about.
Thank you.